You ready? So have you ever had someone ask you a question that was so insightful, so powerful that it completely changed your trajectory of life? So as a certified professional coach, that's what I get to do with my clients every single day. And so Sadie Grace and I are going to talk to you a little bit today about a couple of questions you can ask yourself as we go into this new year that will help set you up and get complete clarity on where your mindset is in regards to what you want to accomplish, how you want to reconnect with your purpose, and fulfill your greatest aspirations, okay? So we're going to do that by talking quickly about a testimonial that we just got from a client of mine. And do you want to read it real quick for him?
Have you ever asked yourself, what am I worth? I was expressing my frustration at that time about work, being underpaid, and unappreciated. In the midst of that conversation, Kurt was listening to every word that was coming out of my mouth. And then it happened, the question we never hear. He asked me, what are you worth? That question in itself catapulted me to rethink and reevaluate everything. I know you can't put a price on life, but you can put a price on the choices you make. The time Kurt spent listening and coaching me led me to a lifestyle change that gave me more time with my family, a new job, and a new chapter in my life. All from one question.
I love it.
Thank you, Kurt.
You're welcome.
What's a question that changed your life?
A question that changed my life? You know, Sadie Grace was about 5 years ago, and I wanted more than anything to be able to get on board with one of the country's largest insurance companies as a consultant, as a coach, business consultant basically, an AFS they call it. And I was really concerned. I was really nervous. I was scared, and I had a lot of fear going on. And so basically what ended up happening was I was being coached by someone, and although I was making progress and moving forward, I kept telling them how I was so afraid I was going to fail. So my coach asked me, he said, Kurt, tell me, what's your plan on how you're going to fail?
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, planning on failing, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. So it didn't make sense. Why? Because the fear was going through my head so badly that it was completely poisoning my mindset. So in that regard, it changed me. I realized what I had to focus on so I could get up and over that hurdle, which I did. We got on with it. So girl, why don't you go ahead and share a couple of questions that can really help our listeners completely get clarity on what might be holding them back as we're going into the new year.
What do you want to experience? What are you unwilling to tolerate any longer?
Ooh, I love that one. What are you unwilling to tolerate any longer because the pain is getting so intense that you just can't deal with it anymore, and we have to make a change. So that's what I help with. As a professional certified coach, I am going to ask questions that no one has ever asked you before, and you start learning more about yourself in ways you have never learned before. And we get your aspirations filled that way, just like our client did, right? So, do you want to tell them where they can find out more?
www.lifepasscoaching.com.
That's right, lifepasscoaching.com. Guys, reach out to me and let me ask you a question right now as we kind of wrap up right here. What's the question that you need me to ask you right now? Go ahead and give me a call, sign up, PM me, lifepasscoaching.com. And there we have it. That's it. You ready? What's that? What shirt are you wearing?
Oh, the Beatles.
The Beatles. I like the Beatles, huh? So here's a question for you. We're talking about questions. Tell me, Beatles or Stones?
I can't answer that one because I have no idea who the Stones are.
Don't know who the Stones are. Might not be a bad thing. I don't know.